Hi, Ben here from Trident Fly Fishing, and today I've got with me the Gray's Fin Fly Reel. This is Gray's entry-level fly reel, and if you're new to the sport or just looking to get into some entry-level tackle, you're definitely going to want to stay tuned. This Gray's Fin was new for 22, just like the tail and title. And of course, this is going to round out the bottom end of the lineup at just about $90 for this 5-weight reel. But this reel has a lot of other things in common with the tail. For starters, its spool is almost identical, and we'll get to that later. It's also got a full cage at a ridiculously low price. It almost makes you wonder, is everyone over in the UK fishing a full cage reel? Because they're certainly not that common here in the US. But now let's dive into our 5 factors to find out if this is the right reel for you. And up first is drag. And on this Gray's Fin, you've got about 1 full turn of drag adjustment. And it goes from basically nothing to probably in the 3 to 4 pound range if I were a guessing man. It's definitely enough drag for those freshwater applications, but it's not so much drag that this is gonna really cross over into that saltwater realm. I personally find that having more adjustment and a little bit of ability to fine-tune works better for my fishing style. And that said, if a single turn drag is something you're into, it's a really, really nice feature for 90 bucks.
I wanted to briefly interrupt this review to let you know that this video is supported 100% by your purchases at Trident Fly Fishing. So if you're in the market for some new tackle, check us out at tridentflyfishing.com.
Up next is the spool. And like I said, this is going to be basically the same exact spool as on the tail. We've got a roughly 3.5 inch max fill diameter, a 0.85 inch super narrow width, don't have to worry about any line piling up here, and a 2.3 inch arbor. And just like the tail, this reel picks up about 8 inches per turn. And again, this is really, really good for that $90 price point. In fact, I'd be surprised if there was anything else out there that was anywhere close to this performance. In terms of backing capacity, you can probably fit about 150 yards with a 5-weight line. It's going to be a little bit less than the tail because it does have these flanges here, and we're not able to estimate it quite as accurately. All in all, in terms of spool design, it's really, really fantastic. Up next is weight, and no surprise, this reel is a bit on the heavy side. It is made out of metal, though if I were guessing, it's probably cast and not machined at the $90 price point. And it weighs in at about 6.6 ounces, which is pretty heavy for a trout reel. Of course, not that heavy for Euro nymphing and trout spay, where that full cage is really going to come into play. But on the whole, you can definitely get 2 lambsons on your rod for the same weight as this one. Up next is the sound, and well, let's take a listen. And the outgoing. It's not quite as nice as its big brother, the tail, but again, I keep coming back to it. For the price, it's definitely more than good enough. Last but not least is going to be Ergonomics, and I'd say this reel suffers a bit in that department. This drag knob, in terms of 2023 reels, definitely one of the worst. It just doesn't have enough surface area to really grab, and certainly if you were cranking down on it, it would be tough. If you're taking this out to the river, doing some trout fishing, will it work? Yes. Is it my favorite? No. Same thing with the handle, but the handle's definitely a little bit more functional, albeit, in my opinion, too short. And as I've mentioned about 6 times now, this reel retails for $90, which is a fantastic price if you want some great line pickup and a full cage option. Tell us what you think about this reel by leaving us a comment in the box below. And don't forget, if you have questions about this reel or any reel in the Gray's lineup, give us a call at 888-413-5211 or email us 24/7 at support@tridentflyfishing.com. I'm Ben. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.